Hey, welcome to another tech tip from TheTechieGuy, and today's tip is to do with the Huawei Mate 7, and we're looking at security. So one of the first things that I always suggest to anyone who's setting up a mobile phone is to make sure that your screen lock security is the first thing you set up. The reason for it, we put a lot of personal information on our mobile devices, and because they're mobile, by their very nature, we tend to take them everywhere with us. And therefore it means that they are liable to get stolen. Somebody could pick them up and just have a quick prank or a play with your phone, not realizing that it actually affects your work, especially after a night out on a Saturday night. So one of the first things I do is set up security. The Huawei Mate 7 does this very cleverly by means of a fingerprint scanner, which it very cleverly has put on the back of the phone in this particular little square here. Now, the Mate 7 doesn't have any physical buttons like a lot of the other devices where you can actually swipe your finger on it. So a natural position for this, because the phablet, you tend to grab it and your finger naturally slides up to the top. And as soon as you do that, you can unlock your phone. So what does it actually look like? So let me show that to you. So my phone is currently locked. Simply tapping my finger in the back unlocks the phone. See how quickly that was? It works basically in any position. They've done that really, really cleverly. Doesn't matter how you pick up your phone. It doesn't have to be perfect. Simply tap the back and it's got a lot of leeway and it will unlock your phone for you. One of the things you did notice when you're unlocking the phone, it's got an option for a passcode. So in case your phone's on your desk, you don't feel like turning it over and pressing it, you can actually just simply tap in your code and your phone is ready to be used. So let's take a quick look into that. So to set it up, you go into settings and then you'll find something called Fingerprint ID, which you'll click. And in it, because I've already set up a fingerprint before, it wants to make sure nobody's messing with my phone and kind of deleting my preset finger or trying to get rid of that. I'll simply type in my code, and once I do that, it gives me a whole bunch of options. With your fingerprint security, you can actually use it just more than just unlocking the phone, but you can use it to enable to lock into certain applications as well. So here we go, I've set up Fingerprint ID 1 and Fingerprint ID 2. The reason I always set up more than one finger is because you never pick up the phone the same way. Sometimes you'll pick it up with your left hand, sometimes with your right hand, sometimes you'll pick it up, when it's in the car, you just want to grab it quickly. You don't want to have to be passing the phone around from hand to hand just to be able to unlock that. So I always register more than one finger. Usually it's the thumb, but in this particular case, it doesn't make sense for me to turn around and register the thumb when my index finger just naturally goes to that position. So I've registered both the left hand and the right hand, and doesn't matter which hand I pick it up, I can unlock the phone. So just do that. And in order to set up your fingers, click on new finger. It takes you through the instructions and it tells you what to do. You simply roll your finger on, and as you can see from this little fingerprint ID story, it tries to kind of get as much information as you can by letting you roll your finger multiple times in different positions, different angles, until your fingerprint is actually registered. And then once it does that, your fingerprint is ready to go. And you can rename it, giving it a name. I'm not sure why you need to, but if you're sharing your phone, I suppose, with other people, you want to know whose finger belongs to what. I'm not sure again why you would want to do that. But again, very, very simple. And what is nice is just how easy and reliable this actually is. So from a completely locked position, simply tap it in and it just unlocks. And even in this kind of awkward recording position where my phone isn't held kind of perfectly, as you can see, it just unlocks. So another quick tip from TheTechieGuy on the Huawei Mate 7.